Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United ready to hand Lisandro Martinez with £50,000 a week pay rise. Manchester United are ready to hand Lisandro Martinez with a £50,000 a week pay rise following his excellent debut season, according to The Sun. The Argentina international joined the Red Devils from Ajax in a deal worth £55 million last summer, and he became a fan favorite within a few games. Martinez's excellent defensive skills and distribution have impressed the club's faithful, and United are now prepared to reward him with a salary hike. As per The Sun, the central defender could see his basic wages increase from £120,000 to £170,000 a week with a renewal, but he will have to wait. There is currently a prolonged ownership saga at the club, and Martinez's new contract could materialize once the Glazers make their final sale decision. The 25-year-old is currently the 13th highest earner at United. Erik ten Hag wants him higher on the pay scale, considering his sublime debut campaign. The Argentine has completed an impressive 87% of his passes in the Premier League. He has won exactly 2 tackles per game while making 3.6 clearances. Him and Rafael Varane have formed a brilliant partnership, and it's unfortunate that he has been ruled out for the season after a metatarsal operation. Martinez should return in time for a preseason. We won't be surprised if he pens his new contract by then. United face a busy period ahead with contract renewals. Once the ownership saga is sorted, they could hand new deals to some of their key first-team stars. Personal terms have been agreed with David De Gea over a new deal, while Diogo Dalot and Marcus Rashford are anticipated to prolong their stays too. Bruno Fernandes stars for Man United in 2-0 win versus Wolves. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes produced a superb performance during the 2-0 Premier League win over Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Portuguese has been a consistent performer for the Red Devils over the course of the campaign, and he has made plenty of goal contributions since the World Cup. The 28-year-old has also excelled with his ability to pick out key passes and create chances. Against Wolves, he looked back at his best with a splendid attacking display. Over 90 minutes, Fernandes managed 68 touches with a pass accuracy of 83%. He was heavily involved in the final third with 6 key passes and 2 big chances created. Fernandes also won 5 duels and managed 3 successful take-ons against the Midlands outfit. The Portuguese ended the game with an assist for Alejandro Garnacho's late goal. In our review, he was unlucky and could have had more if his teammates were more clinical up front. Yesterday's game once again showed why United must invest in an elite striker. They got away with some average finishing and must find a solution during the summer transfer window. United's 2-0 win over Wolves has put them in a stronger position to finish in the top 4. They now require a maximum of 6 points from their remaining 3 matches. They should easily achieve it with fixtures against Bournemouth, Chelsea, and Fulham to come. Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen rave about special Alejandro Garnacho. Manchester United starlet Alejandro Garnacho received plaudits from Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen after scoring a sharp goal in stoppage time against Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Red Devils defeated Wolves 2-0 at Old Trafford to get on the cusp of a UEFA Champions League return. The midfield duo were full of praise for Garnacho, who made his return from an ankle ligament injury. Fernandes said in the post-match, "To play for Manchester United, you have to be special. This club is massive, and we know the past. He is another one coming through. We are really happy for him." Eriksen believed the young winger had a perfect return after injury. He told ManUnited.com, "You can see the quality Garnacho can bring and the confidence in how he is playing. I am pleased for him. To be out for a while and to come back and score is the perfect return." It has been an unforgettable 12 months for the teenager. He is the first player Ten Hag counts on whenever his side needs a spark from the bench. Since he picked up an injury in March, United have been uninspiring going forward. Marcus Rashford has lifted the goal scoring burden, but after playing more than 50 games this season, he also looks a bit tired. The return of Garnacho is like a breath of fresh air. Even though Sancho had a decent outing against the Wolves, Garnacho's cameo looked much more threatening on the left flank. The Argentine possesses a breakneck pace and is not shy of taking on defenders. He sealed United's victory with a brilliant goal late in the injury time. The Old Trafford crowd gave him a rousing welcome when he came on in the 82nd minute. The chants of Viva Garnacho grew even louder when he found the back of the net and celebrated by taking his shirt off. Erik ten Hag overtakes Jose Mourinho to create a new Man United record. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag entered the club's record books on Saturday following the 2-0 Premier League win over Wolverhampton Wanderers at Old Trafford. The Red Devils have made superb progress in ten Hag's first season in charge, and the club registered their 38th victory of the campaign by beating Julian Lopetegui's side. In doing so, Ten Hag has become United's most victorious manager in a debut campaign. He has accumulated more wins than any other head coach in the club's history. Jose Mourinho previously held the record with 37 wins. This was the 16-17 season, where the Red Devils went on to win the Europa League, League Cup, and the Community Shield. No other manager in the club's history has amassed over 30 wins. David Moyes is the next most successful in this aspect. The Scot picked up 27 victories in the 13-14 season. United still have another 3 league games to play alongside the FA Cup final. If they were to beat Manchester City on June 3, the duo will meet again for the Community Shield. Hence, Ten Hag has the opportunity to end his record-breaking season with a stunning 43 wins. Meanwhile, United are currently on 66 points after 35 games into the campaign, 4 ahead of 5th placed Liverpool. They need a maximum of 6 points to secure a top 4 berth. However, their job could be made easier by Leicester City. If the Foxes were to beat Jurgen Klopp's side on Monday, United can qualify for the Champions League by beating Bournemouth next week, and Ten Hag will be hoping for that scenario such that he can rest his key players ahead of the much-awaited FA Cup final against Pep Guardiola's side at the Wembley Stadium next month. Amad Diallo sends a reminder to Erik ten Hag after scoring a screamer for Sunderland in a Championship playoff semi-final. Manchester United loanee Amad Diallo scored another stunning goal for Sunderland against Luton in the Championship playoff semi-final. The 20-year-old, on loan from Man United, is having a sensational season with the Black Cats. Luton struck early against Sunderland, but a moment of brilliance from Amad brought the score to parity. Alex Pritchard rolled a free kick short to Amad, who produced a beautifully curled effort from 30 yards to find the top left corner. Amad's stunning strike, which came 5 minutes before half-time, uplifted the mood at the Stadium of Light. They won 2-1 in the first leg of their semi-final tie. The Ivorian finished the game with an 85% passing accuracy and completed 5 of the 8 dribbles he attempted. After yesterday's magical strike, his season's tally has increased to 14 goals and 4 assists in 42 appearances across all competitions. The second leg is scheduled on Tuesday night. The Black Cats are targeting to become the first team to win consecutive playoff finals in League One and the Championship. They will be relying on Amad to achieve that glorious ambition. The young Ivorian has done everything he could at Sunderland to catch Erik ten Hag's attention. The United supporters are already backing the starlet to break into the first team next season. They are thrilled with the idea of seeing Alejandro Garnacho and Amad on the wings at Old Trafford. Ten Hag has a left-footed right winger in the form of Anthony, but Amad could be a great option to call from the bench. The Dutchman often counts on his substitute to make a difference on the pitch. This is where Amad can contribute and earn plaudits from the United boss. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says he was given the Manchester United manager's job at the worst time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer returned to Manchester United last night, spending a night with United fans. An evening with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave supporters the chance to spend some time with the club legend and ask him a few questions. As reported by The Athletic, Ole covered a range of subjects as he reflected on his time as a player and manager of the club he holds so close to his heart. Reflecting on his time in charge at Old Trafford, Ole said that the quality of the teams in the league meant it was probably the worst time for him to take the reins at the club. He said, "There was probably never a worse time to be the manager of Manchester United, City, and Liverpool. Sorry to say, have had the best years they have ever had. We never had that when I was a player." Solskjaer added that despite some noteworthy achievements, such as the excellent away record under his tutelage, the overall quality of the Premier League makes it difficult to stay at the top. He added, "We got second and we got third. We still have an unbeaten away record in the Premier League, and that says something, but the competition gets harder and harder. It's more and more difficult to stay at the top. All the other teams get more and more money. Every game is a hard one." Ole was sacked after a poor first half to the 21-22 season, in which United suffered some heavy defeats, including a 5-0 reverse to Liverpool at Old Trafford. In the early period under his guidance, Ole's preferred tactic was to catch teams cold on the counter-attack, but eventually he wanted to see United take control of games at the top level. Solskjaer said that attempting to take the game to Liverpool was a mistake, but feels the lack of killer instinct was the difference on the day. Unfortunately for Solskjaer, he couldn't steady the ship and was eventually relieved of his duties after a dismal 4-1 away defeat at Watford in November 2021. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reveals Manchester United could have signed Erling Haaland for just £4 million. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has claimed that he offered Manchester United to sign Erling Haaland for just £4 million in 2018. Haaland played under Solskjaer 5 years ago when the latter was in charge of Molde. The former United manager told The Sun, "I called United about 6 months before I took over and told them that I'd got this striker that we had, but they didn't listen. I asked for £4 million for Haaland, but they didn't sign him." Since moving to Manchester City last summer, Haaland has broken the all-time goal-scoring record over a single season in the Premier League. He has bagged 35 goals in the English top flight and could reach the 40-goal mark with 4 games yet to be played this campaign. It's highly comical to fathom that United passed on the chance to sign Haaland for just £4 million. The 22-year-old is currently the best striker in the world and looks set to rule the sport in the future. Solskjaer knew that Haaland had the potential to take the world by storm when the then teenager scored 16 goals for Molde in the 2018 campaign. The mistake made by the Red Devils can bite them back in a brutal fashion, with the Norwegian striker leading Manchester City's treble ambition. The citizens are looking to replicate United's famous treble of 1999 by winning the Premier League, Champions League, and FA Cup. Erik ten Hag is desperate for the Red Devils to sign an elite striker this summer. If not for Marcus Rashford's 29 strikes, United would have struggled massively to find the back of the net. One can only wonder how strong United could be if Haaland led their attack. Manchester United keenly monitoring frustrated Dusan Vlahovic situation at Juventus. Manchester United are among a number of clubs monitoring Dusan Vlahovic's situation at Juventus ahead of the summer transfer window. Vlahovic is reportedly a name on United transfer list as the Red Devils plot the signing of a world-class goal scorer to come in and lead the line. This season, scoring goals consistently has been one of United's major weaknesses, and this is something Erik ten Hag is keen to solve by dipping into the market. Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen are among other names linked with a switch to Old Trafford. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Vlahovic is frustrated in Turin, and an exit from the club this summer for the Serbian is on the cards. Other parties allied to Vlahovic circumstances in Italy are in Newcastle, Bayern München, and Chelsea. This term, the 23-year-old has managed 10 goals and 2 assists in 25 league appearances for the Old Lady. Vlahovic was visibly disappointed when he was taken off on Thursday in the Europa League against Sevilla. As per Gazzetta, Juventus may have to sell Vlahovic if they do not qualify for the Champions League. While they are still mathematically on course to finish within the top 4, there is still the issue of a possible points deduction facing the Bianconeri. Recently, Vigac indicated that Vlahovic is aware of the interest in him from England as well as abroad. However, it's said that the player personally prefers a move to Arsenal over either Real Madrid or Bayern München. The striker's current contract expires in 2026. The scramble for top strikers in Europe is taking shape, and certainly Vlahovic is one for United supporters to keep a close eye on. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.